But why would Madeline's mom, who did not see her at all that morning, didn't see her since the night before, definitely didn't see what she wore to school that day.
Blue or black pants?
I think black shorts.
Black shorts?
Yeah.
Black shorts?
Mm-hmm.
But yet she's jumping in front of Stefan, in front of the officers, investigators, cameras, news stations, and saying, when we dropped her off.
We dropped her off at school, close to school.
And no, she didn't even see her. Like, it seems like you're kind of trying to hide something. But that ain't it. Then it comes out in the documents when you read what she said. The officers was interviewing her, asking her about Stefan's relationship with Madeline. The officer asks, what are the sleeping arrangements? Well, Jennifer says, well, sometimes, Madeline sleeps with just me, or if Stefan's there, sometimes Madeline sleeps in the bed with, Stefan and me. That's all she says. Then the officer says, does Madeline ever sleep alone with Stefan? And her mom goes, yeah, well, sometimes. Why didn't she offer that information? One of the things that really stuck out to me that came out in this 900-page document that I don't know why it made me even more shocked at Jennifer, the mother, but it just did, okay? Jennifer and Stefan were broken up when Madeline went missing. As a matter of fact, Stefan had moved out in December of 2023. He was living with his mama again. However, he would come over to the house and sleep in the bed with Madeline and snuggle so she could sleep okay. We already know what Stefan did because they have now talked about him being on the security camera footage and them believing that Madeline was not even alive that morning. It's almost like she was trying to protect him or hide something from the beginning, and I don't understand why.
Our detectives have determined that Madeline was never dropped off. Instead, we believe she was already dead at the time, and that Stefan Stearns moved her body in the early morning hours on that day.
In this 900-page document, they go into describing some of the photos, just a few of them, what they found, including Madeline. And almost all of them, it was noted that she appeared to be sleeping. I have to believe, this is my unprofessional opinion, he was giving her something, because of the things that was happening in those photos would have woke up anybody. And she was sleeping. And what's even makes it even more sad, if that's even possible, is Madeline was getting in trouble in school because she was falling asleep because she was very tired. Matter of fact, in this 900-page document, one of the teachers who was interviewed said that she even reached out to Jennifer. The name's blocked out, so I'm going to say allegedly Jennifer, and said, hey, Madeline is really tired in class. And Jennifer said, oh, it's because she didn't take her medicine and this. And the teacher said, no, this is different. She was probably really tired because she was being given something at home. And her mom was like, no, Madeline just needs to do better. And of course, that wasn't enough for the school counselor to report anything because Madeline wasn't saying what we now know were in those photos. And it makes me wonder, did Madeline quite know? What happened the night that Madeline's life ended? Did she wake up? Did she wake up this time? And he felt like he had to end her? As a matter of fact, when she had her 13th birthday party at her grandma's house that Sunday, the party started at 3 o'clock, according to Jennifer, her mother. She had to work that day. However, sometime in that afternoon or that evening, Jennifer said she didn't really know what time the party ended. Stefan was the one that went and picked her up and took her home to get her ready for bed, which I find very interesting because if she is 13 and she's mature enough for y'all to drop her off a half a block or a block away from school, and she can cross the street with all these cars around in a very high traffic area and hang out in front of the school and do all of these other things at her age just fine, and she can't get herself ready for bed. What does that even mean for a 13-year-old? Nevertheless, Jennifer, the mother, said in the police report that night when she got home from work, she was tired and she wanted to sleep in the next morning. So she tells Stefan and Madeline, go upstairs to room 4 and y'all go to bed. From what it says in these documents, they live in a 4-bedroom condo. Looks like a really nice looking condo. One of the bedrooms lives a roommate along with her 15-year-old son. So there's 2 people that live in one of the rooms. That leaves 3 bedrooms open. One that the mother's in, 2 other bedrooms. I'm sure there's a living room, a couch, anything. I grew up sleeping on the floor in some places. Any of y'all But no, Jennifer decides that she sends her ex-boyfriend upstairs to sleep in the room with Madeline. And the fact that they showed Madeline's mother, Jennifer, a photo, pulled it out, bink, printed off of his phone's Google Drive. That was Madeline with Stefan's you-know-what in her, we'll just say, face region. Shows it to this mother whose daughter is now missing. And the mother goes, I don't recognize anything in this picture. You don't recognize your daughter? Madeline allegedly had been taken advantage of by somebody else when she was younger. Just from that fact alone, you would think that her mother would never, ever do anything to allow her to be in a vulnerable situation again. I mean, things happen. Sometimes things can happen like this and you can't control it. But that's not this situation. And that's why I say, in my very unprofessional opinion, at the least, neglect. At the most, I hope they're doing such a full investigation and that this isn't over, because it's unreal. Whatever does happen to Stefan, if all of this stuff is true, because again, he is innocent until proven guilty, whatever does happen will probably not be, it's definitely not going to bring Madison back, but we shall see. At 13, Madeline should be able to sleep without the cuddling of her mom's boyfriend. I mean, it just seems a little flip-flop and weird to me. And now Madeline is gone.